don't know if they can hear us. They might be able to hear us. Ryan, if you could check. It should just be
Yeah.
the Two Nerds One Quest logo plate. And give me 1 second. All right. This is a new wild adventure. Oh, you know what? If we are...
It's a dangerous tool to put in the hands of a DM.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. Yeah, I think this put us in us. So let me... Oop, that's not what I wanted. Alt. I need to crop this way. It is an interesting thing how this all works. And I kind of like it. I see why Norm likes doing this. And I may start streaming. Because this is wild.
Johnny's excited.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I may start doing that DM show I was talking about.
I see John on the internet, but I don't see him on our Discord.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I always wondered why he used a separate camera for us, but that must be why one has to feed the stream.
One has to feed the stream. Are we actually live?
Yes, sir.
Do you see all of us, or do you just see the title plate?
No, I see the title plate behind the pictures of all three of us.
Okay. All right, cool. So all three of us are there now. So that is what we got. It's a little off yet. I will get better at this sooner or later. No, I do.
I sound like I just woke up and didn't have breakfast, but you sound great, John.
Oh, well, that's good.
Your character maybe just woke up and didn't have breakfast.
It's possible. Okay, and that goes like... Haha, I think I got it. I don't know if I can do... Let me try the other... This may break shit, folks, so... I'm going to kick us back. Here, Ryan, you let me know. I'm going to kick us back to this, and you let me know if you can hear us. Can you hear us on the stream now?
Can you hear me on the stream now?
No?
I can... Yes, now I hear Genius.
So you still hear us on the stream? Okay. So that's still kicking audio. Oh, I wonder if I just went here and went... So they all should be able to hear us now. And then if I hit this... Ta-da! Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Two Nerds One Quest. This is going to be a cluster this morning. I am your host and DM, JC, here with these two nerds because Norm's missing. And this means JC does all the technical stuff, which I'm learning how to do on the fly. And once I understood it, I realized I don't have a lot of the stuff Norm had. Like the title card. Well, I pulled the title card down somewhere, but all the nameplates, the music, all that stuff. It's like, 9 o'clock last night. I'm going, I'm done. I figured out how to use it. We'll be able to stream. I need to put another probably 2 to 3 hours into this to get it set up right. Of course, the two gentlemen love me.
This is living proof that all you need is some friends and some dice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That man
everything else will find its way.
That is Jeff. Who's your character today?
Jan Werner.
Jan Werner. Wasn't he? I think he was a soccer player, was he?
I have no idea. I combined some Nordic sounding names. And
sounds good to me. I watched Sing 2 last night, so all I'm thinking of is that pig. Gunter. Sing 2, by the way. If you saw Sing 1, Sing 2 is better. Every bit the feel Sing 1 was, but better. It was amazing. That other man with us this morning. Oh, no, this one. This man this morning is one Ryan. Who are you playing this morning?
My character is Snooker Willoughby.
Snooker and Jan. Sounds like a tobacco company or something, or a whiskey brand. Snooker and Jan.
I was gonna go with a hippie folk band. from the late 70s.
That would be a Snooker and Jan. Which one's the one with the mustache and which one's the one with the long hair? I suppose you all had long hair.
My character is a female, so I'd be the one with the long hair.
There you go.
It's like Sonny and Cher.
I mean, entire body's covered in fur, so I'll have the mustache.
It is literally Sonny and Cher, except I think Jeff's the tall one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, so you guys ready to play some D&D?
Yeah. I think just so the audience is aware, we were given the notification at 6 o'clock yesterday. Hey, make new 4th level characters, go.
It was, I figured it out. Make characters. It was literally what it was.
I love it.
So it'll be interesting.
I'm going to start this with the text that I sent you guys this morning. You two have been adventuring together for a bit, and you heard about this great place that seems to have franchised into Neverwinter with the help of Acquisitions Incorporated. It is called the Belching Dragon. The second location of its kind, run by one of the original members of TBD, Eliana Temerant, this new establishment and its forebear have taken to being the premier adventurer hotspot, offering up the juiciest quests and meals to get the fat loot or to just get fat. You have taken on your first adventure. You're tasked with heading east of Neverwinter into the Neverwinter woods to find the supposed mound of Harold the Conqueror. Rumors talk of this burial mound of the legendary sailor adventurer, and they say that most of his faithful crew members still haunt the mound, guarding piles of gold, jewels, and magical items. Eliana has given you both a potion of healing. It's standard procedure with TBD that the Belching Dragon, any adventurers they hire, they tend to give out a healing potion to each. You have traveled through Neverwinter Wood, coming across the mound. Though the trees atop it are dead and leaves have fallen off. It's kind of jarring when you come across it because it's bright, lively, sunny, warm, normal forest, and then suddenly it's just dead trees, most of the bark missing, all the leaves on the ground on this mound. And there's a large stone gray door about 8 feet tall in front of you that with a split down the middle and these designs carved into the face of it of like a sailor scene. There's a ship in there with large waves crashing against it. It's kind of shot from the lower side of the water looking up at that ship. It looks very regal and elegant as it is bursting through the waves. Standing atop that ship in that with 1 foot up on the railing is who you would perceive to be Harold the Conqueror. What would you like to do? Actually, do you want to tell us a little bit about your character first? Jeff? We'll have you go first.
Sure. Yeah, you would see an almost 7 foot tall furbolg with all over short purplish gray fur and then reddish brown hair on his head and apparently a mustache. Icy blue eyes. He's got a kind of a twinkle in his eye, and he's usually smiling, and he looks like he's looking for trouble, but the good kind of trouble. I don't know if you want any backstory stuff now, or just I guess from a motivation standpoint, his tribe had some issues with orcs, and he's out adventuring for resources, making connections to other Furbolg tribes, and also to find a mate because the population of his tribe is low. And if you're following along from a player standpoint, he is a Circle of Stars druid.
Okay. Fantastic. Ryan, what do you got for a character here?
Yeah, in stark contrast, so Snooker Willoughby is a
woman in her 30s. Dark hair, dark eyes. She used to be a proprietor of a casino in a large town. Her father was a rich investor, but actually they ran a crime syndicate, and the casino was the legitimate face of the business. Unfortunately, her father rubbed some people the wrong way, and he was killed. She's been on the run, trying to rebuild her wealth and empire since then. So she's looking for the big score that'll get her set up so that she can rebuild somewhere else.
And you believe you may have found it in this mound of Harold the Conqueror. So the stone door stands in front of you, very clearly marking it to be what you assumed. So what would you like to do?
Does it look like it has been opened in any time recently?
No, it looks long sealed. In fact, there's dirt that is filled in that crack.
I look at my compatriots and say, wedging the door open, that's gonna be your job.
All right. Can I take a look and see if there's a way to open it without breaking it?
Sure, yeah. Make an investigation check.
First roll. Oh, it's still on pink fuzzy dice.
I was gonna change it to pink fuzzy dice.
Lucky 13.
Ooh, 13. So, looking around at the door, you see that it should just push open. But it's going to take some strength because of how old it is. There doesn't seem to be a latch to it at all anywhere. You don't see hinges to it at all. It's just stone doors. So you're assuming, looking at the edge of it and the trim on it, that it would just push inward.
All right. I will try to push it. And I'm not sure if, as a furbolg, I count as large to determine carrying capacity and weight. I can push, drag, or lift. So I don't know what that does to the roll.
And I'll assist with the crowbar, trying to find a focus point there to act as like the fulcrum, just trying to wedge it open.
Oh man, 2 fuzzy dice rolling across my screen.
Yeah. And?
I almost made it to the 20, but stopped on the 14. So 16.
16. You're leaning on it and you're pushing into it. As you push into it, you see the outline of the waves kind of light up. And it pops and moves in. And when it pops and moves in, for the briefest of seconds, the sword in Harold's hand lights up completely. The doors fling open, and I need you to roll initiative as you are staring down 4 flying swords.
Ooh, jeez. Right out the gate.
All right, that could have been worse. 19.
Actually, it's not 4. It's 2 flying swords. Sorry, 2.
All right, that's better.
Look at you, Snooker.
23, starting off with a big fuzzy 20.
So we're going to end up with Snooker, Jan, Flying Sword 1, and then Flying Sword 2. You guys rolled very well. So, Snooker, you're face-to-face with a flying sword.
All right. I don't want to back up. I imagine they would get an AO at this point. So I'll just use my scimitar.
Okay.
And try to parry.
All right.
Oops. Let's try to roll to hit first. Oof. Not great. 8.
8 does not hit. These things are a little on the beefy side for just a sword that flies.
Right. And then let me see. I think that is all I want to do right now. I'll say we looks like we've got to start off hot. Let's get them.
All right. That moves us to Jan.
All right, I am going to cantrip bonus action Shillelagh. And while casting that, pulling a club out of my pack pocket, whatever, and it lights up with the magical power of the Shillelagh, and I will make an attack.
All right, swing away, sir. Swing away.
Oh yeah, they got us by surprise, but maybe 13.
13 misses.
Yeah, these things are quick.
They're very quick. They are very nimble, flying around in the air. You realize it's a sword. They're both swords, and they're moving around in the air via magic. After you both swing and miss, you realize these things may be a bit trickier, but there is something magical about these. So,
I guess I will stay there.
All right. I'll move us to Flying Sword A, which will go after. Oh boy, I don't have name references. Jan and Willoughby, right?
Snooker.
Last name's Willoughby.
Yep.
Snooker. I gotta write this on paper, or I'm gonna forget it. Snooker. Multiple personality disorder. Every D&D player has it. All right, Snooker. First one going after you. So it attacks with a +3. Oh, that's a crit. That's wow. That's not a good way to open.
No, not ideal.
Kill you guys right away here. It's only 7. 7 slashing damage.
All right.
That could have been much worse. 2d8 + 1. You got 7. That's you done well.
Could have been.
Could have been. The Flying Sword B coming after Jan. Yeah. Slashing through the air. Does a 14 hit you?
15 armor class.
That a boy. That swings. You cock your head to the side just a little bit and get out of its way. Bringing us back to the top. Snooker. Now you've been blasted once.
Oh, great. All right, so
Feels
I'm going to the one that I am not engaged with.
Yep.
I am going to Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
You see my pack weapon scimitar disappear, and then I send a beam over to and it's 9 to hit.
9 misses. You blast the door beside it, leaving a scorch mark in the waves.
Not going well for me.
As it flips off to the side.
So, I don't have another action. I'm going to pass the turn then.
All right. Jan.
Oh, man. I don't know if necrotic damage does anything, but taking a page from our last week book, and I found that I can have this spell. I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom.
Ooh.
So thank you, Ryan, for finding that one.
That one's awesome.
So in the 10-foot sphere that the theoretically, or 10-foot radius sphere that the two swords and Snooker are standing in, the creatures of my choice that must make a con saving throw are the two swords.
Okay.
And In addition, if Snooker would like to, she can spend and roll one unspent hit die and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 4.
The con saves were 17 and 15.
They both save. So they take half as much of this.
So they both take 5, 4, 4.
No, I rolled a 7.
Oh,
that was Ryan's roll.
Oh,
so half
my bad.
of 7, so 3. 3 each. And it's necrotic if it matters.
And I gain that 9 plus 4, right, Genius? So
yeah,
I'm back to full health.
That is a nice setup.
That is a cool spot.
And then for a bonus action, I think I've got something. It's tough being a druid and not being a moon druid and have that bonus action to go animal style. Let's see. Let's see. That was a spell, so I can't cast a spell. Yeah, I will go.
What'd you do?
I'm gonna do. I'll use my bonus action to go into my starry form. As a bonus action, I'll expend a use of my wild shape to take on a starry form. So I shed bright light in 10-foot radius and dim light for 10 more. And my starry form that I'm choosing will be the archer.
Okay.
So when I activate this form and as a bonus action on subsequent turns for the next 10 minutes, I can make a ranged spell attack hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of me. So I'll go for the one that's further away so that I don't have disadvantage,
okay.
I hope. And I just have to find where the roll is. There it is. All right. Come on. Something. There we go. 23 to hit.
23 does hit. Absolutely.
For 7 damage, and it's radiant.
7 radiant damage. And you said the one further away from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're playing the crisscross game right now.
Yeah, he is bloodied. If a sword could bleed.
All right, that's it for me.
That is it for you. Sword A is coming back at Snooker. They seem to have regardless of the damage, they seem to be going after their targets.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 to hit.
Hit.
They are rolling well on the hit side of things.
Yeah, that gets through my mage armor.
2 damage, slashing. They're rolling, they're hitting well, but they are not hitting with any amount of damage, really. What they could be hitting with.
He's right. Great.
Flying Sword B is coming through at Jan. Ooh, 19 to hit. It was almost a 6.
That hits.
Yeah, here, let's see if the damage keeps following the similar pattern. Ooh, nope. That is a full damage ghetto crit. 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Round 3 moving us back to Snooker.
All right, so I'm going to attack the one right in front of me then with my scimitar.
Seems to be lilting a little bit. It's less erect as it was initially.
21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
finally making contact. All right, so 7 damage.
7 damages. How does this thing die?
Ooh,
or fall apart.
I cleave it. Yeah, I cleave it down, and it just splinters in half and falls to the ground.
Ends up looking like the shards of Narsil. all over the floor.
And then I'm gonna get close to the other one.
Okay.
And attack with my dagger.
Okay. What did you do for the damage with the first one?
7. I think it was 7.
What was it that caused the damage?
Oh, that was my scimitar, my packed weapon.
Your packed weapon?
I dual wield, so.
Oh, you can do that. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Nice.
So 22 to hit with my dagger. Yep. And all 4 damage.
Ooh, excellent. All right. That one seems to be doing okay still. Jan, we move on to you. As the one shatters in front of the one you've been aiming at, shatters in front of Snooker, and she steps up to the second flying sword and does a little bit of damage to that.
I will take the disadvantage penalty and use my bonus action for my starry form again.
Okay.
And see if they can both roll well. Well, that one's okay, and that one's okay. So 17.
17 does just hit.
All right. Made a good call.
Sexy, these things.
Oh, yeah.
And 10 damage.
Oh, heck yeah. How does this thing die?
Nice. So the radiant light, so you basically I'm lit up like a constellation of like an Orion type constellation, and out of my arm it looks like a bow, but it's not really there. It's just like you're tracing lines on the constellation, and it fires an arrow right into the sword, hits it right where the hilt meets the blade, and I don't know if it shatters it or it knocks the magic out of it, but whatever magic swords do when they quote unquote die.
Well, shatters. Yeah, pretty much. Shrinking your window here a little bit because I'm seeing your highlight from you talking in Discord. It's annoying me. It's the little things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are out of initiative. Nice job. Shattered swords lay on the ground before you. You peer into the darkness beyond the door. You can see the faint outlines of a massive bipedal being on a pedestal. But it's dark. It's very hard to make out around what is in front of you.
All right. I get 10 minutes on this glow, so I'll walk in and see if I can light up. It's only a 10-foot. It's a 10 and 10-foot radius light around me, so.
Okay, walking into this antechamber, it's like 15 by 15, and in the middle of it is a towering statue of Harold. His eyes are precious sparkling gems, and he wields it's a glass replica of his infamous sword, Wind Cutter. There's a pedestal that it's standing on, and there's something inscribed on the pedestal. If you move a little closer, you'd be able to read it.
Sure. I'll move up to it and see what it says.
It says, "The key towards a great wealth is buried between the pages of my story." There is an archway beyond the statue that is dark, and to your right there's a wooden door with a iron hinges and a iron handle hanging from it that looks slightly rusted but still functional.
Is it dark inside here?
It is dark.
Exceptionally?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the only light you have right now is your glowy friend here.
Yeah.
Senior glowy pants. And I'm just going to write down show titles because I don't have Norm's thing to suggest them. Unless you want to put... But I don't know if he cleared the cache from last week. Like, I don't know how much Norm did to prep for me, so...
We'll figure it out.
I think if you do exclamation FERT, it'll clear it. But you might have to be an admin.
Yeah. So senior glowy pants. We'll have Norm do some work when he comes back. I don't know when this one will go up, so on the podcast feed.
Well, I have torches. I just don't have a way to light them, apparently. So I didn't think about that.
You don't have a whatchamajigger in your adventures kit? A tinderbox?
I don't.
You don't?
I picked the scholars.
I'm sure
I remembered to set up torches. I'm like, I'm gonna need torches because I don't have darkness. And then it looks like I didn't think about part B.
Flameless torches.
I've got a tinderbox, and I also have produce flame. But for now, I'm just enjoying the glow of the stars.
All right, let me take your tinderbox off you entirely, and you can use your produce flames when you need to.
Sure. We've run into this problem before, so in our
it's a common
together.
thing. Snooker forgets her tinderbox whenever she uses it. In fact, you use it to light your torch, and you do put it away. But the next time you light your torch, you're gonna have to make a intelligence check to remember to put it away.
All right, that sounds good. All right.
Lighting up the torch, it gives a little more light than the 10 feet that Jan is casting. And you see there's a ship laying beyond in a wider room in that beyond the archway. And you still have that wooden door to the right.
Like a real ship.
Let's see, I don't think it's a real ship.
Like a replica?
It's like a replica. It's a scaled down replica. That room isn't very big.
Okay. Anything else to investigate here?
No. You have the statue in front of you, the stuff there. So
there were gems on the statue, did you say?
Yep, in the eye sockets.
Yeah, we want to take those.
Let's get those gems on the way out, maybe. Just in case. You never know where.
All right.
Just go for the big score.
I don't want this to be an Indiana Jones situation where we're running away from a giant boulder and we can't come back. So
you're waiting, or are you grabbing them?
We'll leave them now. We'll leave them.
Okay. Which way do you go? Door or archway?
Archway
in front of you, beyond the statue. Okay. Walking into this room, which is 20 by 30 feet, part of Harold's treasure is exposed on the deck of a replica of his ship, the Conqueress. It is sitting up there. There is a chest and a pile of gold around the outside of the chest, and you can see a couple of gems inside that as well.
This looks like the bigger score.
There is a large door at the far end of the room with a skull and crossbones on it. And there is a door to your left with a sword on it. Looking at the sword, it looks very much like a replica or a relief of Windcutter, his famed sword that was in his hand at the statue.
Okay. And I searched the boat. Is there like a pedestal with a book on it or anything?
No, it's just the ship. You are able to get on the deck if you want and look at the chest or the gold or any of that.
Snooker's eyes light up when she sees the gems. And I look over at Jan and say, well, this one was easy. Let's back it up.
So you go up there and start grabbing the stuff?
Yeah. I'm gonna head up there and start putting gems in my backpack.
Okay.
I'll let Snooker go up first.
You get up there and you're digging around, you realize very quickly that it isn't gold laying around the treasure chest, it's copper. Which is a little disappointing, but there's 3,500 copper there. It's made to look like a lot of gold. But laying amongst the copper is also a sapphire, 2 potions of healing, and a small silver ship model that's worth about 15 gold.
3,500 copper, huh?
Yeah. Make a dexterity check as you are... Actually, no, don't even make a dexterity check because you wouldn't know. You're scooping up the copper and your hand happens to bump the chest. And as you pull away, it's a little sticky.
Gross. Let's see what Harold was doing. All right, so how many sapphire? I'm sorry.
1 sapphire.
All right.
Worth 25 gold.
Has 10 minutes gone by?
No,
What'd
not
you
yet.
say?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got
I'm
about
still glowing then.
2-3 minutes yet.
Okay. What'd you find up there?
There's a beautiful sapphire and a silver boat, but a shitload of copper.
Should have brought a bigger backpack.
I'm gonna need you to carry it. I'm so dainty.
All right. I'll come over and open up my backpack and let her start shoveling stuff in.
Okay. Now we'll need you to make a dexterity check. I assume you're trying to avoid the sticky chest.
It's check or save, and is that me or?
No, it's check and it's Snooker. You said you're holding the bag open.
Yep. Okay.
What'd you got?
18 on a
18.
dex check.
Yeah. You very carefully and very quickly round up all the copper and everything laying around this chest.
Awesome.
Hey, what about that chest?
So Jan added 3,500 copper to his inventory, and then this chest has got to get open. So I'm going to, without touching it, visually inspect it. Does it look like there's traps? Does it look like it's got a simple lock?
Make an investigation check.
I will do that. Okay. The fuzzy dice clearly show 14 on top, but it's saying 4, so I got a 7.
Would nature make that any different?
No.
No.
Worse. I'm proficient in investigation, but only +3.
You don't believe it's trapped? You don't think there's anything funny about it? You just think it might be like condensation from being in the mound or something?
I'll throw the backpack on my back because obviously it's going to take some work to carry this. Drag that chest over here. This is me playing it up.
I'm
not sure I can drag that chest over there. How heavy is the chest?
You can certainly try.
Do you try? That's the question.
Yes, I'll try.
Okay, you try. And you try, and the thing opens its mouth, and we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah.
I think Jeff knew all along. I'm not sure Ryan did.
I touched his butt.
I knew what it was before you even had it told him it was sticky, because it was like, as soon as you asked the question.
As soon as it's sticky, I'm like, oh, it's probably just a slime or something. But...
Oh, look at you, Mo. Oh, Nope, that's old initiatives.
I did not roll well. 3 for an initiative.
Ooh, it is going first. The Mimic and Snooker and Jan in that order. So, Mimic. Oh, let's see. It lashes out at you, Snooker, with its pseudopod to try and hit you for some bludgeoning damage.
I deserve some bludgeoning damage.
13 hit you?
13 does not hit me.
Does not hit you. Excellent. That pseudopod slams into the floor next to you, and it kind of sticks to the floor. And there's a sickening as it comes snapping back into the mouth. You see the maw of the teeth in the chest and everything. We move to you, Snooker.
All right. Snooker is gonna swing down hard with that scimitar.
No, bad chest.
Yeah. No, you didn't. Oops. Let's do this. I keep wanting to attack without hitting first, so
yeah.
Retrain myself here. All right, 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. That hits.
All right, I'll give this Mimic a 6-point whacking, and then stabbing with the dagger.
All right, follow through with the dagger.
Yeah, is his other hand stuck, or did that not?
No. Nope.
I don't know where we were at with
it.
that.
It woke him up. He was sleeping.
Yeah, so 10 to hit, so that's
10 misses.
And then I yell out to Jan, "You could have warned me, shithead."
Jan's over there giggling.
And then I'm done.
Jan.
All right. If I still have the starry form up, I'll bonus action to fire another starry form arrow.
Yeah, you'll have the starry form up for a minute yet, the last 10 rounds of this fight. So you'll have it up for this fight if you want it. Pretty much.
14.
14 does hit. They are not very mobile things, mimics. Especially when they're in the shape of a chest.
Only 6.
6 points of damages. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong keyboard.
Radiant.
Got 2 computers on there again. I haven't had that problem in a long time.
All right, and then action. I will. I am going to use my once. Might be twice today. I'm going to use guiding bolt.
Okay.
All right, so I will click that. Try to hit it with a guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt up the butt.
I don't know where it landed. Oh, cool. 25 to hit. 25
to hit. Yes, that absolutely hits. Hell, you could divide that in half and still hit.
All right. 4d6 is 12.
Ooh, nice. 12 damages.
And I'm actually going to take a couple steps back.
All right, that's probably a good idea.
Cool.
I don't know about leaving the warlock in melee range with the mimic is a good idea, but
I mean, he's got a hex weapon. He's fine.
Yeah, I suppose.
Pretty good.
Or she's fine.
I got pretty good AC. So.
The mimic being a little bit disappointed that its pseudopod did not grab you last time. It was going to try and bite you, seeing as how you're close enough there, Snooker.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Wow.
Yeah, so
someone in their mage armor.
So, Snooker has a constantly active mage armor every 8 hours.
Yep.
Refresh my mage armor magically. And wearing a cloak of protection. And basically the cloak of protection is what allowed me to avoid that attack that time.
Fantastic. All right. So the mimic's getting a little frustrated at this point. We move to Snooker.
All right. I turn to the looking at the mimic, and not today, Junior. And then I swing into its open maw with my scimitar.
And you have advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a good one because I just rolled like CRAP.
Yes, you did.
But it didn't help.
It didn't help. You rolled worse.
So as I realized I was a little off balance after that bite attempt, I continue spinning on through and bring my dagger home. And hopefully... Nope!
Wow.
1. I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1 for those playing at home.
You got so confident in your ability to dodge that you forgot how to hit.
Yeah, clearly.
Trying to be overly flamboyant, and it did not work well. All right. That moves us to Jan.
Failure. Yeah.
I will, again, same as last, I will use the Starry Form Archer Shot.
Archer Shot. Okay.
That should hit 17.
Oh, yeah. That does hit.
And, okay, 5.
5 damages.
Yeah, 5 radiant. And then I will use my second per day use of guiding bolt from my star map.
He is bloodied at this point.
Let's see if this works. Oh, it's not gonna work. 10.
10. No, 10 does not hit.
So the second guiding bolt misses, and
Ooh.
that is it.
All right, and moving us back to the Mimic. The Mimic is kind of puzzled at this point. It's going back and forth between which way to attack. It's going to pseudopod again out at you. Does a 21 hit you, Snooker?
Of course, that is a good hit.
21 does. All right. That pseudopod comes out and smacks you in the arm for 5 bludgeoning damage. You are now grappled by it. The ability checks to escape this grapple have disadvantage. It is sticky. It is sticking to your arm. You're having a hard time pulling away from it.
Is that a dex check each turn?
A dex or strength. Dex
Got it.
save. Okay. Dex or strength save to get away from it.
I was hoping it wasn't a strength save.
You can still attack because you're only grappled. You aren't restrained by it, so you can still attack it.
Perfect.
I would argue that your second attack would be at disadvantage because it has that arm.
That makes sense to me. I support that. Even if you want to say it can't attack with the offhand, I'd support that.
I think you'd be able to whisk around and try and swipe at it at disadvantage with your dagger at the thing that's holding you. That makes sense.
Got it. All right.
But you'll probably want to use your... Maybe, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to use your action to try and escape it. I mean, that's the other option.
Mm-hmm. No.
What would you like to do? It's your turn.
Damn thing. So I really just want to murder it, son of a bitch. So
Fair enough.
I think I am going to... Ooh, boy. What is the ship made of that we
Stone.
are battling on top of?
It is carved out of stone.
Perfect. I am going to Burning Hands the Mimic.
Ooh.
So, cone of flame.
I'll teach you to hold on to me.
Coming out of my hand. So I need a dex save from the Mimic.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Start by rolling the 20, and if it's a 1 or a 20...
It's a 5.
Okay, it's going to take all this.
Oh, yeah. And I may roll another die to see whether or not it wants to keep hanging on to the hot thing.
15.
15 damages. Yeah, that's enough for me to hang on. He's got to make a decision. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh wait, nope. He's not gonna let go.
All right.
He's not smart enough to let go of the thing that's killing him.
And then I tell him, you better let go or I've got some more. And then I'm done.
If a mimic could shrug, it would. Jan.
All right. Again, archer arrow. As you can see, just made it. I think just rolled over to the 16, so 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that
Nice.
hits. That hits.
That's better. 11 damage.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. He does not look like he's doing so well.
All right. And then we'll just do a produce flame cantrip as my action.
Okay. So you're just gonna produce one in your hand?
And I'm doing the attack for part of it. He's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
Yep, that hits him.
All right. It's just 1d8 fire damage. And it's 3.
Describe your kill shot, sir. That's how many hit points you had left.
Yes. All right. So I'll fire the arrow into its mouth and kind of widen it open with the hit and throw the produce flame right into its mouth.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, and the whole thing, it kind of, you hit it with the arrow and then you throw the flame in its mouth, and that's enough for it suddenly pulls the pseudopod back off of Snooker, and the wood planking and stuff that made it look like a chest and the iron binding, it just kind of shivers and jiggles like jello suddenly, and then loses all shape, and this purple goo just kind of spreads out over the deck, and you're very thankful you picked up all the copper beforehand, because that would have been a mess to go through.
Oh,
Out of initiative. Nice job.
work team. All right.
So you stand aboard the deck of the ship. You have the treasure off of it. You included the little silver ship, right? That was worth 15 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put that in my regular inventories.
Below the mimic, kind of sitting in the puddle of ooze, there's a spear.
Hey, John, I should have told you this right away.
Okay.
My character has a constant ability to detect magic.
Okay.
And what I want to do is activate that on the ship right now.
Okay.
So I'll let you know when I activate it. It's not constantly active.
All right. Yeah, this spear is a +1 spear, so it lights up.
Awesome. I tell Jan that spear looks like something special.
Let's see. Do you use spears?
How far does detect magic go?
Don't use spears. How far does it go? Good question. 30 feet.
And it's only for things that are visible to you, or would you be able to detect magic on the opposite side of a door?
Sense presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
Okay,
I see a faint aura around any visible creature in the area that bears magic. And I learn its school of magic. But I sense the presence of it. I don't see the aura unless the object is visible.
You sense presence of magic beyond the sword door.
Cool. I'm gonna deal with the spear first, and I'm gonna tell Jan, "Oh, that's gross. I'm not picking that up."
All right. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Probably should have done it after the last battle.
Yeah, you got through it. You're fine.
I didn't take any damage.
Yep.
All right, that'll fill me back up.
Nice.
I'd like to take a short rest here if I can, and roll a hit die.
Yeah, if you guys would like to take a short rest on here, you can do that on the ship. I assume away from the slime.
Genius, you don't mind, right?
No, that's fine. I'll take the short rest too because I get back my wild shape. I don't need hit dice though right now. Probably should have done the hit dice instead of the cure wounds, but.
All right, so and then while we're just resting, I'm just gonna talk and say, there's something behind that sword door too. Feels pretty special.
So at this point, we've got 3 doors we have not tried. One
Correct.
from the first room, and in this room, one with a sword and one with skull and crossbones.
Correct.
Okay.
It's quiet in here. Like there isn't even the drip or echo of water or anything. I said it's quiet in here. There isn't a drip or echo of water or anything. It's kind of unnerving, honestly. A little dusty. It's very kind of dry.
It's got the silence of a tomb in here.
Kind of echoes off the walls as Jan speaks.
So you took the spear, right, Jan?
Yeah. I guess I could technically attune to it.
Yeah, during the short rest if you'd like to. Are you proficient in spears?
Yeah, druids don't get much, but spear is one of them.
Nice. That works out
great. So I'm gonna go over to the sword door.
Okay. After the short rest.
Yeah, and just look at it, feel around, see if I see anything. Activate the detect magic again.
Yeah, on the other side of the door, probably about 15, 20 feet in, there's a magical presence.
All right. Can this door just be opened? Is there a handle? Is there a lock, door knob?
There is a handle. Are you gonna try it?
I'm gonna look back at Jan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try to pull the door open.
You put your hand on the handle, and the handle.
I was just gonna say, is it trapped?
The handle disappears. The handle disappears from your grip, and the door slides open in front of you.
Oh, just like the Starship Enterprise.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
It opens in front of you, revealing beyond from your torchlight. You can see a sealed crypt, and on that sealed crypt, sitting in the middle of the floor, there is a relief of Windcutter on top of it. There is banner hanging on the wall in the right hand corner, and there are skeletons standing guard with shields and spears on pedestals all around. Looks like statues around the crypt.
Weird.
All right. I'll come up to the door. Do the skeletons look? I want to say the word alive, but obviously that's not the. Do they look like statues or like they were actual people at one point?
They look like they might have been actual people at one point. Investigating them.
That's weird.
You do pick up a faint sense of magic around these 4 skeletons. 2 on the wall in front of you and 1 on the right and 1 on the left. This room is 30 by 30. With the crypt right in front of you. Stands 6 feet off. Well, not 6 feet off. Like 4 feet off the floor. It's raised up. Stone. With the relief of the sword on top of it.
I really want to touch the crypt. What do you think?
Considering this is so far been well guarded, something tells me those skeletons aren't going to let us just do whatever we want in here.
Tapestry on the other side of the wall, opposite the one you could see when you first walked in. Both of those actually look like they might be worth a little bit. And getting up, getting up closer to them, you guys would estimate. Actually, make an intelligence check. Either one of you or both of you. One of you at advantage, maybe.
I rolled an 8.
11?
8.
Yeah, they might be worth something. You don't know. Looking at it, you're thinking, maybe. I don't know if it's worth carrying them. Kind of large.
I just would never think of taking the tapestry off the wall.
Yeah.
Look behind it, maybe.
My character wouldn't do that. Yeah. As we're investigating, probably she'd do that.
Yeah, you pick it up from the wall and dust kind of runs down and you end up coughing. And there's nothing behind him. It's stone wall. And
all right. Can I go inspect one of the skeletons?
Sure, yeah.
Are they wearing like amulets or cool equipment or anything, or is it pretty standard fare?
You go up to the first skeleton. Roll 2d6 for me.
Oh. 8.
It has a little pouch hanging off its hip. It's got 8 gold in it.
All right, now we're talking.
You gonna take it?
Yes, I'm gonna grab that pouch right off that son of a bitch.
You look around quickly and you realize the other 3 have little pouches as well.
Yes, please.
So you go ahead and roll 2d6 for each one.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jan is just letting Snooker.
What'd you
30.
get? Nice.
He knows. Jan knows Snooker has needs and desires that are related to gold and coins and things, so he's letting her relish in it.
Yeah, she's cackling. I mean, it's straight up. Yeah.
Sounds to me like Snooker is the gold hungry one, and Jan is just, I gotta take care of her. She's gonna kill herself.
Yeah,
kind of the relationship.
When we get to the end, there'll be a cut, and I'll probably have to carry most of it back.
Think of like evil Maz and Chewbacca.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. I love it. I love it. Evil Maz and Chewbacca.
All right, can we inspect the crypt then and see if there's anything?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Good slide, 17.
There's a heavy stone slab that seals that. You think you would have to break it in order to get inside.
And is that where where Snooker would have said the
That's where the magic is coming from. Yes.
Magic is coming from.
Yeah, I would announce it to him, make sure he knows something.
Okay.
Magic.
All right. Well, I don't think this is gonna it open unless we crack it open. Do we want to do this, or did you want to investigate other rooms first?
No, I mean, we still got to go back and get those gems. We're not running away, so it's happening.
So crack her open?
Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
I don't think I have any fun tools that'll help me. You have that crowbar, you said, right?
Absolutely. I do have a crowbar. I have, the crowbar and the thieves' tools are the only two things that could help us.
All right. I guess I would try to get the lid off without breaking it too much, or just breaking a corner, or trying to. I guess I'll try to use the crowbar as much as I can to get the top loosened.
Okay.
I don't want to just like smash the whole thing into 1,000 pieces, but I'm not against it, I guess.
Okay, make an investigation check. You're looking for a seam or someplace you can stick this crowbar to pry against. And then a strength
There we
check.
go. Natural 20 for 20 on the investigation.
Oh yeah, you find a great place to stick it. That crowbar actually just you get the hook in there perfectly well. Make a strength check to snap this thing open.
Nice.
Come on. Oh, it was good, and then it went 5 plus 2 is 7.
7. Yeah, you're pulling on that, and you're pulling. It's not going. It's not budging at all.
What?
All right. I'm going to wedge it in there and be like, okay, Snooker, I think it's going to take both of us.
All right, so I'm going to help him balance as he stands on the crowbar and tries to, like, jump on it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check at advantage.
Oh, good. No, okay, well, at least one of them isn't tiny. 14.
14. That is enough. Probably 2 feet into this platform, just the corner of it, just whack, there's a massive crack that echoes throughout the chamber as that stone flips up and it lands and kind of shatters across the top of it. And you can see you have it's I don't know, it's just triangle that pulled off the edge of the sarcophagus, and you can see inside as you kind of it looks like it's empty, but there's very clearly a felt inlay in the shape of a sword. Snooker, you detect the magic, because that lasts for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Detect magic, yeah. You can detect magic. You can see the source. You can see the outline of a sword magically.
I want to try to grab the outline of the sword that I can see the aura of the sword.
There is something very real that you wrap your hand around. And you pull that invisible sword out of the sarcophagus, or out of the crypt, and instantly all 4 skeletons come to life and the door slams shut to the room. Roll initiative.
Cool. I knew we were gonna battle some skeletons.
Oh hell yeah! It's there.
Yeah. You knew so well. You rolled a nice initiative.
They're probably really pissed off too because I stole their.
They may have just realized that you stole their shit.
13 for me.
13. All right. What do they got? Oh, they rolled a 4. Haha. All right. Let's kick this thing off with a Snooker. You grab that sword. Right. You have the sword in your hand. It is a long sword.
So it's a long sword. I am not
actually. You don't need to attune to it. It's a +1 long sword. So I don't know if that's any better than your packed weapon or what, but
I don't know that you're proficient in long swords unless it's your packed weapon.
Yeah, probably isn't. So I'm not proficient in the scimitar, and I think the long sword's at the same place, right? So,
yeah.
Well, So let's see, what's going to happen is I'm going to start by I've never done this before. I'm going to start by casting Mirror Image.
Ooh.
And that is going to create 3 illusory duplicates of myself.
Yep.
Every time a creature attacks me with an attack, they have to roll a d20, or I roll a d20, I guess. I don't know, somebody has to determine whether the attack instead targets a duplicate.
You roll that d20, I believe.
Okay. So if I have 3 duplicates, roll a 6 or higher to change the attack to a duplicate.
Yep.
And the duplicate's AC equals 13. So.
And then if they actually hit that duplicate, it goes away, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And then doesn't the number change for the d20 roll? Yep.
Yep.
It's fun.
It goes 6, 8, 11.
Yeah. So suddenly there's 4 Snookers in the room.
And that's an action, but I'm going to kind of get. Let's see. They have swords, right? So
they'd have whatever they're duplicates of you, so they all have invisible swords in their hand right now, unless you drop the invisible sword.
No, I mean the skeleton.
Skeletons have they have swords.
I'm gonna put this invisible sword onto my backpack strap.
Okay.
And then my turn's over.
All right. I'm gonna make sure I grab the right mouse here. Jan, it is your go.
All right, let's see. All right, I am going to.
Every skeleton right now, because you're standing in the middle of the room, Elliot, every skeleton's about between 10 and 15 feet away from you.
All right, the one of the ones that are closer to the door.
Okay.
I'm going to.
The door.
Okay, I will turn to A, and I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
And it must make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. And whispering a discordant melody.
2 minus 1 equals 1.
All right, cool. Then it'll take some psychic damage. That's okay. 9 psychic damage. Ooh. And must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's pushing back into its little alcove. It does not like you right now.
Okay, and then
it can't move any closer to you, can it?
It's not. It's just it just had to use its reaction to do that. It's not actually afraid.
Okay.
And then that was a spell. So bonus action. All right, I'm going to use my starry form again, but I'm going to do a different form.
Okay.
I'm going to turn into the constellation of a chalice.
Ooh.
So instead of the archer, I'm a chalice this time. So if I cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, I or another creature within 30 feet also regains 1d8 plus 4 hit points. And that'll be my turn.
Nice.
I'm going to try to position myself back to back with Snooker as much as I can, just so that we're each facing some of them.
Okay. That skeleton that you hit with the shiznit comes charging out at you, right up to you, and swings its short sword at you. Does a 12 hit?
No.
The skeleton coming from the other side moves up towards Snooker, and same thing, short sword. Does a 12 hit you, Snooker?
No.
All right. The skeleton C on the far wall is actually going to pull out a short bow from his back and shoot at Snooker and miss with a 6. And then the other skeleton is going to do the same. That's on the far wall. Is going to pull out a short bow and attack Jan. Does an 18 hit you, Jan?
Yes.
Ooh, there we go. Got a hit. And that's 4 piercing damage as an arrow sticks into you. That moves us back to the top Snooker. They're pretty violent and aggressive in their maneuvers. They have come directly at you or found the quickest way to attack you, it seems.
Okay. I don't have any right in my face, though, right?
You do. You actually have one that came directly into the face of both of you, and then there was one shooting at both of you from the far wall.
So I'm just going to scimitar, then swing right for his head to try to knock his block off.
Okay. And this is
24 to hit.
Oh, yeah. 24 hits. Absolutely.
Nice.
And then 7 damage.
7 damage. Yeah, and if a skeleton could bleed, this guy would be bloody. Same with A.
All right. And then I'm going to try to stick my dagger in his eye hole. 12 to hit.
Just misses.
All right.
Just misses.
All right. And then Snooker says, "Are you mad I took your cash?"
Any bonus actions? Nothing? That's good.
No, I'm done.
All right.
Yep.
Jan.
All right. Jan's going to pull out that club again and shillelagh light it up and swing
All right.
at the one that attacked him that he hit earlier. Oh, no. It's just a 10.
Yeah, that misses. It's remarkably agile. It kind of does a little hop back and chuckles at you.
All right. Yeah, that was bonus. That was bonus action and action. So, yeah, just yelling a rallying cry and moving on.
So he dodges out. He jumps, does his little hop, jump, cackle, and then comes back in and swings at you for 9, missing you. And then he kind of vocalizes a little bit. The one that is in your face, Snooker, has the short sword out and backhands towards you for 14.
Misses.
Swings, and again, argh! And the guys from the far wall come in again with a lob of arrows from short bows.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Jan, 19 hit you?
Yes.
6 points of piercing damage. And then Snooker, that's a nat 1. That arrow actually hits his buddy that's standing in front of you and shatters him.
Oh!
hits him right in the neck, and the bones just kind of scatter on the far wall as he does more damage than he has hit points left.
Nice.
That moves us back to Snooker. So the one that's in front of you just kind of shattered out of nowhere and against the far wall. You have the 2 shooting arrows, and then there's one behind you, like you're back to back with Jan. There's one on the other side of him that he's fighting in melee.
And I yell out, "Thanks for the assist, jackass!" And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast, targeting the one engaged with Jan.
Hell yeah.
Crit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh. 3.
That's the crit. What'd you roll?
2 dice.
Oh my god.
A 2 and a 1.
Oh my god. Ouch.
But Snooker's, "Hey, you're welcome." And then she runs up to one of the guys that are shooting the
Okay.
bow.
Okie dokie. Let's see, that moves us to Jan.
Swinging the club again. Well, that rolled forever.
Make contact.
And it was worth it. Natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
26 to hit. Crit. Okay, it's already on crit. Oh. Uh, 9 damage.
Describe the kill shot, sir.
So that Shillelagh is lit up like a Christmas tree, and so is Jan, and he just swings right through, kind of aiming for a rib cage connect.
Hit it in the rib cage, and in the opposite direction. Like, this is happening back to back. There's the arrow that comes in and kind of, and Snooker does a couple of things, and then bones go sailing the other way from your impact of the other one. There are now bones all over the floor. Snooker, at the back of your heels, you feel a couple of bones hit your feet. And you kind of glance over your shoulder and realize another one bit the dust. Doom, 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 doom.
I think I'm good. I don't need to use my bonus action this time.
All right. Are you going to move at all? You are free to move about the country. There are no AOs.
I think I would just move to just to put a little distance between me and Snooker. But I don't want to.
Well, Snooker moved. Snooker moved up to the ones firing arrows, so there is distance between the two of you now.
Okay, I'll if I can get to the other one, then I guess I'll go. We'll do melee then because they got bows out.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I'll run to the other one.
Okay. All right, you run to the other one. A is dead. B is dead. C drops his bow and pulls out his short sword. Swings at Snooker. 15 does not hit, I assume.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
Oh,
and
it would have hit Jan though.
D does the same thing. Drops his bow, pulls out a short sword, swings at Jan. 13. It's 13 hit Jan.
Nope. Nope.
They are rolling opposite of what they should be. Snooker, back to you as they have gone melee on you.
All right, so Snook is just gonna swing that scimitar, try to bite bone. 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
There you go.
And then let's do 10 slashing damage.
Oh, fantastic. That is a good beefy hit. He did not seem to like that as a chunk of his ribcage kind of fell out.
And then the whole eye hole stab. Here, let's see what we can do there. 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And just a 2.
2. Oh. Yeah, he really does not. He gets a little wobbly, like jangly on his feet. It does not look like he's holding together by much.
Good deal.
Jan, you are face to face with the skeleton.
All right, swinging that Shillelagh club. 24 to hit.
Oh heck yeah! Oh, before when you swung with the Shillelagh and you had the crit, it got buried in the fact that it was a crit. The Shillelagh seemed to do an extreme amount of damage to it.
Nice. Only 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, that seems to do more damage than you thought it was going to do.
Nice.
And he looks just as wobbly as the other one. Like if a stiff breeze came through the room, they may fall apart.
All right. I'm good then.
All right. He takes a short sword to Jan, and that's an 11.
Nope.
Next one, short sword at Snooker. Ooh, that's a 22. That one will do some damage. Ooh, ghetto crit. 8 points of slashing damage on you, Snooker. And it is your turn if you would like to go back at him.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely my intent. Swing that scimitar. You said it was 4 damage, right?
8. 8 points of... 8. It was a ghetto crit. So 8 points of slashing damage. 1d6 plus 2. 8.
So I'm gonna swing that scimitar right through his head.
All right.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah, you absolutely connect.
And another 10.
Go ahead and describe the kill shot, sir. You said you're going through the head?
Yep, going through the head. I'm basically like Babe Ruth calling the shot, trying to knock
with
it
the
right
flat of the
that
scimitar, send it sailing across the room. Here, catch.
Awesome.
Excellent. The head comes clean off of it, and the rest of the bones kind of collapse in a pile on the pedestal that it was shooting from. Anything else? You have an offhand attack, don't you? And some movement. You can move to the other one if you want.
Yeah. So just as a character point, when Snooker as a warlock, when she kills something, when I reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, she gains 7 temporary hit points.
Ooh,
so she really
nice.
She glories in the kill by a bit. So she is gonna go over and engage the other creature and just do a little dagger attack.
Hell yeah.
And that is not successful.
No, a 6. She's so glorious the kill, and she was so amped by the glory and basking in it that she missed her second attack. Jan.
All right, let's try to finish this guy off, shillelagh style. Oh, that should be good. 23 to hit.
Oh hell yeah.
All right, since there's bones all over the place, and I'm assuming this is going to do some wicked damage, it would be 11 damage from the shillelagh.
Oh yeah, describe this kill shot, sir, because this thing is
this is kind of a wound up one-handed, almost like a underhanded golf swing. I'm just going to go right up through and just bone fragments everywhere.
Like a bone fragment fountain. It would have looked much prettier if it wasn't like in an alcove and it all just kind of ricochets off the alcove and falls back in. But had you been outside, that would have been glorious. That would have been bones everywhere.
Good stuff.
All right, so that takes us out of initiative.
All right, I would like to, then since I have my form up, I'm going to use a Cure Wounds on myself, which would allow then my form to also do the equivalent. Oh, that was not great, but I'll take 5. So my starry form also gives 1d4 plus 8, so it's the same. So as I glow, then Snooker can also gain 9 points back.
Nice. Thanks.
Very nice. Between the 10 hit points and that, Snooker's doing well.
That'll almost put me back at total. Yeah. So I would like to engage in a short rest and perform a ritual to change my packed weapon from the scimitar to the invisible longsword.
Are you able to do that with named weapons?
It doesn't give me a restriction.
I don't think you can.
There's a restriction. It can't be an artifact. I was reading this because I didn't have any clue, but I think it can't be an artifact and it can't be a sentient weapon. But I think named weapons are okay.
Sentient's what I'm thinking of. Named weapons are okay. So yeah, you can do it with this. Yes, it's sentient weapons I'm thinking of. Because I had a sentient weapon that I was going to take as a warlock, and I couldn't use the sentient weapon as a pack weapon. But I wasn't going to be a hexblade, so it was a weird situation.
So this is a named weapon, huh?
Oh yeah, wind cutter.
It is the wind cutter.
Yeah, this is wind cutter. This is the famed weapon of Harold the Conqueror.
Wind cutter. That was Norm's nickname in high school.
Yeah, mine was Windbreaker.
Um, does it have any other special abilities, or can I just add a +1?
It's a +1 longsword. It just has that name.
Got it. Awesome.
The only thing that you might not, and I don't know if unless the hex thing does anything with it, but I don't know that you can attack with your offhand. If you're using a longsword in the other hand.
Oh, it is no longer.
I don't think it's a light weapon.
Got it.
He has the ability to choose which one he summons, though, right? I thought.
Well,
I think he can only have one at a time.
Oh, okay. You only have one.
So if it's not a light sword, or if it's not a light weapon, that's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Snooker would know this, so
yeah,
we can clarify this. And
so that is not better.
Yeah.
Darn. Looking.
The only thing, the betterment would be that it, if you used it with two hands, it's a D10. As compared to the scimitar being a 1d6, but then getting a second attack.
Yeah.
With your offhand. So there's pros and cons.
With it, wait, so if it's my packed weapon, I should be proficient with it.
Did you check packed weapon? And you might only be able to have one checked.
Yeah, it is the only one that I have checked.
Let's go this route. Let's go this route. Let's say the scimitar, you hang on to the scimitar knowing that this thing would probably be worth a fair chunk of gold. And your desire for the gold would outweigh using this as a packed weapon.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hard time convincing anyone visually, though. They'll have to hold it.
I've got this invisible sword. Look. See, I'll sell it to you.
I will sell you an invisible sword. But it is a known sword. It is a known legend, so people may...
They would see it and they would be like, oh, it does exist. They do exist.
So are both of you okay to go longer? Because it is 5 to 10. If you're both okay to go longer, I got more adventure here.
I got nothing going on today.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know if you want to do like a pre-end show for those who have to cut out at 10, and then they'll know where to catch back up to. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know how this works. I've never hosted a show.
Yeah, I don't know. It is the hour and a half mark ish, people. So if you need to duck out now. I'm not going to sign us out here. We're going to keep going. We're going to go, I don't know, another half hour, maybe hour at most, I think. And this adventure will be called complete. So, stay tuned if you like.
A note for.
Otherwise, Norm will probably throw this up in podcast form at some point, and a rebroadcast, or not rebroadcast, but your on-demand video of it will be both on YouTube and I think Twitch here as well. So.
And a note for Norm, if you're going to leave and let us in charge, we're going to do whatever we want to do. So, there.
Oh, suddenly your podcast is 7 hours. Ooh.
I don't have 7 hours of time. Like I said, I have a hard out at noon, so. All right. So you're in this room. You taking a short rest anyways? Maybe? Yes? No?
I don't think we need to then, do we?
If you're
I don't really need to then.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What would you like to do then? The door,
we got
last skeleton fell, the door slid back open, allowing you out of the room.
All right. Might as well try that other door.
The wooden one or the skull and crossbones?
Do you want the skull and crossbones sounds menacing, but it's the closer one.
Yep.
Do I feel any magic behind the wind one if I activate my detect magic?
Behind the wooden one?
Is that what you said? It was the wind?
The skull and crossbones.
There's a skull and crossbones and a wooden door that was in the first room that you haven't opened.
Oh, I thought you said there was like a wind. Okay. Yeah, I'll detect magic behind both of them. Do I see anything?
Let's see. There is a small amount of magic about 15 feet into the room behind the wooden door. And behind the skull and crossbones, there doesn't seem to be any magic behind the skull or crossbones door.
Okay, I give all that information, and I think we go ahead.
I was gonna say just remember, Snooker, gold is not magical.
So that's a great point. So let's do both, of course, but let's do the skull and crossbones door first.
And do the skull and crossbones door first?
Yeah. Does it have a knob or?
It actually has a seam,
opening?
and the skull and crossbones sits over that seam. Make an investigation check.
At advantage.
I got a +0 for it, so you want me to roll it again?
I mean, I do have a +3, so
You should probably roll the other one then.
I'll roll the other one.
I rolled a 4.
Not better, 9.
9? Yeah, you're looking at, you don't really see a handle. There's recesses in the eyes and a recess in the mouth of the skull. But you don't see any handles anywhere.
2 gems, genius, that were on the other thing. Did those seem to be gem-sized recesses?
No, it looks like a normal skull that it wouldn't like sit anything.
All right, can I put my finger in the recess?
Which one?
2 eyes and a mouth.
One of the eyes? The eyes.
One of them.
One of the eyes. You stick your finger in the eye, and there's nothing in there really. Kind of feeling around in there, and it's, yeah, it's very smooth, hollow, like an eye socket.
Does the blue gem that I picked up from the other stuff, does that fit in the mouth?
You gonna try and put it in the mouth?
Sapphire.
Yeah.
You put it in the mouth. As you're trying to like fit it in the mouth, you suddenly hear a click, like you pushed a button or something. Are you gonna release it?
Yeah.
You pull the sapphire, kind of comes out, and there's a, and the doors slide open. It's just a button inside the mouth. No trap.
Oh.
Yeah.
After all.
It's funny because sometimes you don't check a door and you lose a hand, and other times it's just a button inside a skeleton's mouth. It seems very ominous, and it's nothing.
The doors swing open, and the torchlight reveals this 15 by 20 foot room beyond. 5 feet into the room, it's stairs leading up 10 feet to a throne, whereupon sits a skeleton of Harold himself. He has a book in one arm. And there's what's the word I'm looking for? Engraved golden crown sitting on his head, kind of lopsided. The skin and stuff underneath has long been lost to time, so it sits kind of crookedly on his head.
It's real gross.
So he's holding a book. Hey, Snooker, that text out there said the key towards a great wealth is buried between the pages of my story. And he's holding a book. I don't know if it's that literal, but maybe we should check out that book.
Wouldn't that mean there's a key inside of it?
Stands to reason.
Well, fetch it.
All right, I will go up cautiously up the stairs to the throne and look at the book.
All right, you look at the book, and the book is kind of cradled in his arm. It's rather large, maybe like a foot by 8 inches or so, maybe 9 inches. It says Player's Handbook. on top of it.
It says, Snooker, it says Player's Handbook on it.
Oh, seems very important. I guess I'm gonna tell you to grab it. So go ahead and pull it out. We don't have time to dawdle.
All right. Looking around, is there anything else significant in the room, like doors or treasure or anything besides the throne and
the crown in the book? The crown is very apparent on his head. Make an investigation check.
I feel like I got a good vantage point up here. It's a 9, I think. 9.
9? Yeah, you don't see anything else in the room. The engraved
right.
crown and the book being probably the most valued things in the room.
I see him looking around.
Yeah? You want to investigate with him?
Yeah, I'm going to walk over and try to, sort out what's going on over there. So I'll do my investigation and get a 12.
12, yep. You look around, you come to the same conclusion. There isn't anything significant about this room other than the book and the crown.
Okay.
All right. Feeling like a little bit like a grave robber and paranoid as both the character and the player. I'm going to hook my shield onto the side of my pack. So he just has a smaller wooden shield.
Okay.
Just kind of hook it there and make an attempt to grab both the book and the crown simultaneously, ready to run, because don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check. So you try and grab both of these at once.
Oh, it could be a 20. Nope, it rolled over. 9er.
You grab the book and the crown kind of sticks to the head a little bit of that skin and sinew and stuff that is dried over time, made it a little sticky. The head kind of lolls. It doesn't come off the skeleton, but you're able to get the crown free. The book sticks to the hand a little bit. You're able to pull it away eventually, though, but it's very awkward, and you make a lot of noise, and you're left holding both the crown and the book, and nothing seems
I'll
to
never
happen.
be a cat burglar.
It's not very dexterous, but effective. You got both of the items, but they're not.
All right.
Nothing happens.
All right, I'll walk back down and hand the book to Snooker.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you know anything about this? You've had players in your casino before, right?
Yeah. Seems like a really important. It seems like a really valuable book, and then I rip it open, like not really caring if the parchment rips or anything like that, because I expect there to be a key inside of it.
It doesn't rip open. It's actually a very stable leather-bound book, and as you kind of flip the cover open, you realize you're kind of looking through it real quickly and looking for the key, and it's a book, and it's a book of instructions. How to be a pirate, how to live fruitfully, how to you can see there's guides to magic inside, and attacking techniques, and notes on different encounters he's had with different types of people, different races, and it looks like his notes from his lifelong adventures. It's all organized very, very well and detailed.
Maybe not the wealth you were looking for, Snooker, huh?
The wealth of information, which is useless. And then she sighs.
And you take a look at the crown, though. The crown, you're guessing that crown is worth, that is gold. That crown is made of gold. That is worth something. quick estimate, you're guessing somewhere between 100 and 150 gold.
Cool. Well, I'll tell him. You're tall. Grab that crown off his head.
He already had.
I brought it down.
Oh.
He got them both off with the. He grabbed them both at the same time.
You saw it. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it was ugly. It made a lot of noise. It was obvious.
Like, this is why we don't. Yeah. This is why we don't rob banks and things, because that was not pretty.
He is not.
All right. So.
Or like a cow burglar.
Yeah, exactly like a cow burglar. Fast fact.
Right.
Apparently Goofy from Disney is a cow. He's not a dog.
Really?
Apparently.
Huh.
I don't know. I heard that somewhere.
I guess, right?
Yeah, because Pluto's a dog, and he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
But cows do talk.
But apparently cows talk. I don't know. I don't get it. All right, what would you guys like to do?
Head back to the wooden door, right?
We got one more door. Yeah.
As you guys cross through the threshold of the skull-plated door, you hear sounds of bones. And you turn around, and Harold has stood up, and he is coming after you.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
Go ahead and yeah.
How shut the door? Where's the button? Where's the button?
Can we push the button inside the mouth?
You close the door and push the button. Through the wall come two ghosts. One on each side of you guys. You close the door, you latch the door, and through the wall come two ghosts. You have disturbed the throne of their master, and they're a little upset. So let's roll some initiative.
Wow.
Hey-o.
Everything was fine and dandy until you left the room. They didn't mind you looking at the stuff, but if you leave the room, they get a little upset.
That makes sense.
That happens. 5 for initiative.
All right. He's going to go first, Harold. And then the ghosts will be after you guys. So Harold is going to take his movement to move up to the door, his action to open it. And he's going to be looking right at the two of you. Arr, you have my treasure. Snooker, it's your turn. There's a ghost to one side of you. You're side by side with Jan. There's a ghost on the other side of him. And you are both face to face with Harold.
I guess I will attack Harold.
Harold? Okay.
Yeah. I'll swing my scimitar at him.
All right.
10 to hit.
10 misses.
And then
he raises up the shield to block the hit.
Well, the dagger's not going to be much better. I
don't
think 12.
Yep, he blocks the scimitar with his shield, and he kind of jumps back away from the thing, and he looks at you. I have to do better than that.
I'm going to take a quick, concerned glance at Jan, and my turn's over.
His quick, concerned glance gives way to your initiative order, Jan. So what would you do?
All right.
Staring down a pirate and a couple of ghosts.
All right. Let's see. That would be... Okay, that seems good. Oh, but I can't do both. I am going to... Yep. All right, I'm going to attempt to use that new spear that I got.
All right.
And I'm going to attempt to spear the ghost on my side.
Okie dokie.
Oh, well, that might change things. Natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah, that hits.
Yes.
And it's a 6 and a 6 plus 3 is 15.
Describe a kill shot, sir.
Well, unexpecting to have such a clear shot. I think he would probably be swinging the spear more than he would be pointing the spear, and kind of the tip of the spear goes like through from one end of the ghost to the other.
Yep. And it just kind of wisps away into nothing. You hear the other one scream
All right.
in that instance.
Nice.
I think he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Jan wants a better view of the situation, so he is then going to use his bonus action to Misty Step 25 feet away towards...
Onto the boat?
Lost my little hand gem. Just next to the boat. He doesn't want to get stuck in the slime that might still be there.
Okay.
So
Yep, so you move 25 feet away. So, you can see the door from where you're at. Do you want to be... What side of the boat do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the side with the solid wall or the side with the door that led to the sword area?
In my head, it was the door side. Now that you say that, I want the other side, but I'll go with the door side.
Okay, door side. That's fine. I just wanted to know. All right. So that is the same side that the current the living ghost, the remaining ghost is on.
Okay.
So you have a clear view of the remaining ghost, and your view of Harold himself is obstructed just a little bit by your friend.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And that moves us to the remaining ghost, I should say, which is going to swing at Snooker here with a ghostly short sword for an 11.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. And then that moves us back because that one's dead or gone. They're all dead. Moves us back to Harold, and Harold is going to take a look at Snooker here and raise a battle axe to attack. First attack is a 21 to hit. It should hit, yes. For 8 slashing damage.
Oof.
And then the second...
Oh, there go your temporary hit points.
Yeah.
The second attack, coming back with it, is another 21.
Cool.
For 10 slashing damage. That's a ghetto crit.
Oof. All right.
And we move on to Snooker.
Well, that one hurt Snooker, so... John, can you give me just a little bit of a description how everything's set up?
How everything's set up. You are facing a door. To your back is the ship. And the room extends 20 feet, 30 feet behind you. To your left is the ghost. Directly in front of you in the doorway is Harold. And then back to your left, about 20 feet, is on the left side of the boat is your friend. He was on your right-hand side and defeated the ghost that was on the right-hand side of him. So then he bounced back to your left behind you. So you have a ghost to your immediate left and Harold right in front of you in the doorway.
All right. I'm just trying to visualize. I don't think there's a way I can get them both with burning hands. So I am just going to continue to attack.
Burning hands is a what?
Cone.
How big?
15 feet. Cone.
You'd take an AO, but you could do it. If you stepped back to your left so that you would take an AO from Harold.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I envision that too. I don't want to take an AO from a guy that's just.
You could take a step to your right as well and stay in his melee range and take an AO from the ghost and catch them both, I think, as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Let's just attack him with the scimitar.
Okay.
And we'll see if I can get a little better. 17 to hit.
Just misses.
Oh.
Just misses. He's got a beefy AC. He's got that shield.
All right, I am going to attack then with the dagger. And that is going to hit.
That is a hit, for sure.
Just, scratches his arm a little bit for 2.
For 2. I keep hitting the wrong
And then I'm going to have to get creative next turn, I think. 'Cause it's going to get weird.
All right, Jan.
All right. I got to bank on him not critting on you. I don't think you want 2 guys. Let's see. How far apart are the 2 bad guys?
Technically a 5-foot step, but there's a wall that would prevent them from moving.
Okay, so I couldn't put a moonbeam in between them and hit both of them, or have both of them because it's a 5-foot square or 5-foot circle.
Moonbeam is a 5-foot circle.
Yeah.
You technically could. Yeah. It's also going to be touching your friend. I don't know if that would matter to you. Can you eliminate allies?
No, it's
any creature.
No, they would have to if they start their turn there. Then yeah. So okay, nope, not gonna moonbeam. But I will do the wither and bloom thing though.
Okay.
That seems like a good one, so I will cast that. So con save of 14
from both of them?
For each of them. Yep, and if you want to use, do you have any hit dice left? Okay, I will let you do the hit die +4 if you'd like to use one.
He succeeded. Harold succeeded with a 21. The ghost failed with a 4.
Okay. So, all right, we got both of us rolling. Okay, so Harold would take half of 12, which is 6, and the ghost would take all of 12 because that was a ghetto crit, and take 12 of necrotic.
Of necrotic.
So maybe not the best, but
do you want to describe how that kills the ghost?
Yeah, so it's wither and bloom. So the wither is the part that's getting them. So it kind of sucks all of the life, moisture, energy, and everything out of that space, and funnels it into life-giving bloom for Snooker. So you can see the energy just being drained and filtered.
Nice. Yeah, there's almost a filter between Snooker and this ghost as it turns from like a white ghostly ethereal form to like a green form. It just invigorates Snooker. All right. Does that complete your turn?
I don't think I have a bonus. I guess with a bonus action, since I don't... Oh, no, that's a spell, so I can't do it. Yes, that's it.
All right. Then we are going to move forward through... They're both gone now, so it moves all the way back to Harold. And Harold is going to swing at Snooker because Snooker's in front of him. It's a 15 hit.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Distracted by the chat.
And then a second swing, 6. 6 does not hit.
Certainly not.
I'm afraid of what chat said. I'm glad I can't see him.
Ryan, what did you roll on the bloom?
I rolled a 7, so I added 4.
So 11.
7 plus 4. Okay. I don't know what you had, so I was just making sure.
So he swung.
Yeah, wait a second. So I get 7 plus 2
for your.
Or wait, I had 5 plus 2, which is 7, but I didn't add the 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you don't get your normal bonus. You get my bonus instead.
Oh, okay. So I don't get the plus
So
2.
you
I
get
get
the 5 plus 4.
You get the plus 4. Yeah.
So 9 total.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
It's weird like that.
So
but it's awesome.
He swings twice with his battle axe, once over your head and then once just nowhere near you. He seems a bit enraged that his guardians have fallen. Snooker, it is your go.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, Snooker's feeling great now. So, dodged a couple of attacks from Harold, and so 20 to hit.
20 to hit. 20 does hit.
So I'm gonna slash at him for 8.
8.
And then the old dagger in the eye trick.
Nice.
10.
10 misses. He's a little taller than the other ones. You kind of missed. He flipped his head off to the side.
Yeah. All right, and then I yell, "Thanks, Jan! Needed that."
All right, Jan, your go, buddy.
All right. Jan is now going to, since he used his guiding bolts for the day, for his free use, he's going to use a first level spell slot to cast it and do guiding bolt.
Okay.
Against Harold. He'll move in a position where he can see him better, so in case Snooker was in the way. And there it is. There it is.
That's a crit?
Natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
So this is 8d6 radiant damage. And you should see the fuzzy pink d6s on my screen right now. It is, holy cow. 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 4, 3, 1. 35 damages of radiant.
I want you to describe the kill shot, but before you do this, I gotta let you know that this thing had undead fortitude. And let me read this for you. If damage reduces him to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw of DC 5 plus the damage taken, unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. On a success, it would drop to 1 hit point instead of 0. So there's no way in hell he's getting out of this.
So it had to be a critical hit of radiant damage of more than 25, and there was him no coming back, and I got all 3.
It's unreal.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's...
The radiant wasn't a qualification. The radiant didn't mean a lot of anything, but the critical hit and the of being of 35 set the DC of his save at 40.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't a critical hit, it's just...
Yeah, so here's what I'll do, because I want to share this with Snooker. So this is like a lighting up of the guiding bolt, and you can see the power. The guiding bolt is just like building a ball in his chest, just waiting to be pierced, and let Snooker basically burst the bubble, and bone explosion is what we're going for.
Bone explosion. Bone explosion. That may be today's show title. Bone explosion. I like that one. With a couple exclamation points too. Kaboom. Frickin' boom. As all the bone dust settles and the tinkling settles down from all the bones, you take a deep breath and relax. What would you like to do?
Well, there's one more door.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little tired, but definitely worthwhile. We've been getting stuff, but one more door. So head over there, and I'll ask Jan to check the door for like opening it.
All right. I'll look for traps or see if it's locked or anything.
So let me walk you back here. On your walk back, you walk past the statue, or not the statue, the ship with a puddle of sludge on it around and through the alcove leading back to the statue with the gems in its eyes and the wooden door to your left. Jan, you walk up to the door and look for traps or anything funny about the door. Go ahead and make your investigation.
It's a 5.
Yeah, nothing seems to be wrong with the door at all. You think it's perfectly normal and will open fine. The iron handle, you could just grab and turn if you wanted, it looks like, and it should swing open.
Yeah, will do.
And you grab the handle and turn, and it creaks open. And it's quiet. Nothing happens.
All right, bring your torch over here.
Yep. Walk over with the torch.
Walking over with the torch, you bring it into view. Excuse me. On the far wall of this chamber, in the corners, it's a 15 by 15 chamber, and in the corners are 2 skeletons with spears and shields looking over a table in the middle of the wall. On the left-hand wall is a plaque hanging on the stone. There's something sitting on that table in between the 2 skeletons, a bit difficult to make out from the 15 feet.
All right. Well, this looks similar to before. I'll go walk over to the table and see what's on it.
Walking over to the table, there's this beautiful ornate horn that ends in a skull with jewels in its eyes.
Do I see any pouches of money on the skeletons?
Yeah, there is. 2d6 twice.
Yeah, I will remove them from them.
You do this before or after he touches the horn?
I'm gonna do
I
when I see it.
Yeah, I was just looking at the horn, so.
Like,
I'm sorry, I misspoke. The horn and the skull are not connected. There is a horn and a skull. A jeweled skull sitting on the...
So 15.
Right.
15 gold. Yeah, you find 15 gold in the 2 pouches.
All right. Which one do you want first, the horn or the skull?
Horn.
All right, I'll grab the horn.
It's a brass horn. If you know how to play a horn, you could put it up to your mouth and blow a note on it.
I'm proficient in flute.
You try and blow through it. You don't know how a horn works. So you kind of try and blow over the top of it like a flute. It doesn't do anything.
All right. I'll stow that in the pack. If this is like what happened before, maybe you want to take position at the door, and I will put my hand on the skull, but not actually pick it up first. See if that does anything.
Placing a hand on your skull, you suddenly feel tired, a little bit fuzzy.
I'm a lot of bit fuzzy. I'm a furball.
Your head feels fuzzy. Your eyesight, your vision. Yeah, you don't feel like you're as quick to react to things.
Does it make a difference then if I try picking it up?
No, you pick it up, you feel the same thing.
All right. I'll start walking backwards, watching the skeletons the whole time.
You have the skull in your hands?
A skull in hands, yeah.
Nothing happens. That fuzziness, you can't shake it.
All right. I'm feeling a little woozy here. I'm gonna try to hand Snooker the skull.
Snooker, do you accept the
skull? I'm feeling weird.
Snooker doesn't want it if you're feeling weird, so Snooker's like, I don't want it. What's wrong with you?
Does it look valuable?
Oh yeah, it's jeweled. It's encrusted in gems. You're guessing probably 250 or 250 gold bucks.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly we're in the U.S.
Snooker would not want it then. So
Snooker reaches out and grabs it from him, going, "Oh, that's probably worth a lot of money."
Yeah.
Do you touch it or do you open your backpack?
I'll open my backpack, put it in.
Okay.
All right. Drop it in the backpack then.
All right, you drop it in the backpack. You still feel a little fuzzy, but something shifted. Did it touch you at all, Snooker? Probably not. I'm assuming you were careful you didn't want to touch it. So you put it in the backpack and you put it on your back.
All right.
Slowly over the next minute or so, you start feeling fuzzy, Snooker.
Great. All right.
Am I feeling better, worse, or about the same?
About the same. Not as bad as you were when you were holding it, but about the same once you let go of it.
Okay. Head out the door back into the main room.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else to investigate in that room?
There's the plaque on the wall.
Oh, there was a plaque.
Yeah.
Did it say something? Oh, yeah.
You didn't look at it.
So before we do that, good idea from the chat. There's some skeletons in the room with us, right?
Yeah.
Do they have weapons on them?
Some spears and shields. They're rusty and old, but...
Can I take the spears away from them?
Sure. Yeah.
I would like to take them away from them.
Yeah, you can take the spears and the shields all away. Where do you put them? I'm
going to place them in the far corner.
Okay.
Of the room, and then go read the plaque.
All right.
Smart.
Inscribed in the slab in the room are a series of numbers, 3 groups of 3. 221, 004, and 001. Below it are the words, "Knowledge of history leads to victory."
We have the player's handbook. Can I open up the player's handbook?
Sure can.
Now, this is where it gets weird. I do open up my backpack, and I probably have to touch the skull to get to the leather.
The fuzziness doesn't increase at all when you do.
Okay. So, go to page... Is there 221 pages in it?
Yeah, there's more than 221 pages.
What's on page 221?
Jeff, it looks like you're looking through the player's handbook.
Yep.
What's on page 221?
It is a list of spells that start with the letter C, and their descriptions, starting with calm emotions through circle of power. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 full spells and circle of power wraps to the next page.
So there's a listing of spells, and I don't know. Can we cast any of them?
Maybe.
Start with C.
Maybe charm person. No, if you don't have any, I don't think I do. I have cure wounds, but it's not on this page.
I have comprehend languages. I actually do.
Not on this page. That's after circle.
Got it. Yep, that makes sense.
All right.
Go to page 001 then. Or 004.
Page 1 does not have... Page 1 is the inside cover, basically, that says Player's Handbook with a picture.
And
And page And page 4 is the preface by Mike Merles, May 2014.
All right, so we yell out, Mike Merles!
I will tell you this because you got this part right. It is page 221.
Yeah, I'm thinking then if it's 221, 4, and 1, if I wrote that down correctly.
Yep, 221, 4, and 1.
So 4 could be the fourth word, the fourth line, or the fourth spell. And the 1 could be the first word of the line, the first, or I guess 4 could be the paragraph also. 1 would be the first, probably the first word in that line, or... So if I'm doing the math on it, the fourth spell is Chill Touch. And the first word in Chill Touch is chill, which we're in a room with skeletons in a crypt. That feels appropriate.
Do you see anything?
So, but you're looking at the book right now, right? So
yeah,
I'm just feeding you. The fourth line is the word range from Calm Emotions. Range 60 feet. The fourth paragraph would be under like Chain Lightning.
I'm gonna just
first word being you.
I'm just gonna shout out, confused, like, Chill Touch. What's special about that?
Before you even get the word touch out of your mouth, you say chill, and there's a and you say touch, and the whole wall in front of the plaque pushes inward and slides to the left, revealing a tunnel, a 5-foot wide tunnel. 15 feet in from that tunnel is a pile of treasure. In this treasure, there is a ring with a seal on it worth 15 gold, a silvered cape worth 15 gold, an engraved sword worth 25 gold, a silk banner depicting a dragon worth 55 gold, 1d4 beads of force if you wanted to roll a d4, and then 2 potions. Both of you, well, being magically inclined, would understand rather quickly, or be able to figure out rather well, that one is a potion of mind reading and one is a potion of frost giant strength.
Ooh.
Beyond this treasure lays a hallway, but the hallway lowers, and as it lowers, it's suddenly there's a liquid substance that runs the length of it into the distance, and it actually, like, it's liquid as far as you can see.
All right, so I'm going to activate Detect Magic. Did I think any of those items were magical?
Ooh.
Individually?
The D4 is a 4 for beads of force.
Yeah, those beads are magical. The potions
are probably
show up magical. You're detecting magic from the skull in your backpack. There's some form of magic on that skull in your backpack.
Interesting.
There is some sort of magical trigger down this hall where this liquid is.
Oh. I'm going to point that out once we get done here. I want to go down that hallway.
That magical trigger looks like a tripwire, just so you're aware.
Ooh. Definitely don't want to do that then. So, how much was the banner worth?
55.
55.
Okay, perfect.
We're pretty much maxing out our carrying capacity just from space.
Yep.
The ring doesn't take up much space, and I can put on the cape maybe, but banners and swords get clumsy.
Yeah, I mean, The invisible sword is just hanging from my backpack. This sword could probably strap onto the other side. I don't know how large the banner is, but that seems.
So we're looking down a hallway. You said there was liquid.
Yeah.
And I talk about the tripwire trap.
Yeah, Snooker showed you a magical tripwire trap that is like 5 feet away from the liquid.
I don't want you to run down the hall and take a header into the juice. Into the ghost juice.
Do you want to try and step over that tripwire and investigate the liquid?
Yeah.
Can I just grab a copper? I don't know if that would matter. A copper coin and throw it into the liquid?
Sure, yeah, you can throw a copper coin in the liquid. It's viscous liquid. It hits the liquid and it's kind of a plump, and it sinks to the bottom of it. Snooker stepping over the tripwire and reaching down and touching that liquid. It's slick. It's oil.
Ooh.
Like very flammable type material?
Yeah, highly flammable material.
Produce flame, but wait till we're leaving.
How far does the hallway go? Does it continue on, or is it just a dead end? Or
about 30 feet, and you see, well, with the range of a torch, yeah, it goes out into the darkness.
Yeah, keep that torch back, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we've got options, right? We can either.
All right. I have an option I haven't done yet as a druid. Can I turn into a medium-sized spider and crawl the ceiling and go look down at that end?
Sure, yeah.
I would like to do that.
Turn yourself into a medium-sized spider. You crawl along the wall. At the end of the hall, do spiders have dark vision? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes for the sake of this.
Yep. I have a giant wolf spider has dark vision.
Okay, there you go. You climb along the wall. It turns a 5-foot turn, about 30 feet down the hall, and then it goes up a flight it turns back to the right again and up a flight of stairs about 10 feet. You go up there, and there is a 15-foot passageway to the left, and then it cuts back again to the left, and there's like a 5-foot passageway in front of there's like a... Make an intelligence check. It looks familiar. Something about it looks familiar. The whatever's blocking the opening here.
Looks like an 11.
11?
11.
Looks like the back. Maybe it was the back of the throne? Like the material that the throne was made out of?
Okay. And I actually have and I don't know if this works underground like that, but I chose Outlander, so I have a pretty good idea for maps and geography. After seeing that, would I be able to connect the dots that maybe that's where the path went, was around the outside and back?
Yep. Okay. Around the outside of the dungeon and around the back of the throne room. The other way to get in here was through the throne room. You guys just didn't find it.
Okay.
But coming that way, you'd have to deal with this oil trap.
Okay. Yeah, I will then creep my way all the way back and pop out and tell them what I found. And that I don't think we need to go that way.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Anything else you guys would like to do, or are you going to head home?
On the way,
you
gotta grab those eye sockets. I know it's gonna.
So you head back to the room, and you head back to the statue of Harold and the 2 gleaming gemstones in its eyes. Looking at them, you estimate they're worth about 40 gold points each. Who is going to try and pry these from the statue?
Are you still a spider?
No, I popped out so I could talk to you. I'll go ahead and pop the left eye out. Or attempt to.
Pop the left eye out? Okay, you pop the left eye out. I need a Constitution saving throw from both of you as the statue belches gas into the room.
Ew. Gross.
We both should be somewhat okay with that, right? Uh-oh, that rolled 9. I caught it right in the face. 6.
Gross. Like Dune style.
What did you have, Snooker?
6. Oh,
22.
22? Okay. So, Snooker, you kind of shake this off, but it looks like Jan got the full brunt of it, and his eyes glaze over, and he goes into this rage, and he comes at you. I need you guys to roll initiative. You are in a berserker's rage. You are attacking the first thing living in front of you. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. We'll see who goes first. You get to save at the end of each round.
It's you first, Snicker.
All right. I am going to use my second spell slot then, and I am gonna do my mirror image again.
Okay. Mirror image. Suddenly, there's 4 Snookers.
All right, this will be fun.
And then, and I'm gonna say, "Snap out of it." This is I'm your Snooky.
I'm your Snooky. All right, Jan.
All right, so I'm compelled to swing a weapon.
Yes, you are.
All
you
right,
are compelled to. What is this? Berserker's Breath. On a failed save, target goes into a frenzy, trying everything he can to kill the nearest living being. So you aren't just compelled to attack, you are compelled to kill to the best of your ability. Snooker.
All right. Yeah, this new spear seems like the way to go. So okay. I will swing, and it will be 24 to hit.
Ouch.
Hits. I'm gonna see if it hits a duplicate or if it hits me.
Yep, that's a good
okay. Whichever.
It hits me.
Ooh.
5 damage.
All right.
I only rolled a 2 on the die.
Ooh, got lucky.
I mean, am I compelled to like use spells and things if I can to like bonus actions and all that?
You're compelled to kill the nearest living thing.
All right.
Use everything you got to try and kill Snooker.
All right, then I guess I'm gonna bonus action Starry. Oh no, I can't. I use my wild shapes. Okay, that's out. Okay, I'm actually
done then.
Let me read. I've never used. So I have Magic Stone, which turns pebbles into magic, but I think I have to
do that and then throw them.
I think I have to do it and then attack it, but. Yeah. So, I guess I don't have anything that would do anything this turn.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, big fuzzy dice. Nope, natural 1.
Nat 1. Yep, you are still. Jan is still coming after you, Snooker. I'm gonna call you Snooky for the rest of the day now.
I can smell which one is the real you.
Who?
Awkward. All right, my turn?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jan, roll me a con save.
Ooh.
Yeah, now this one I'm gonna
these lately. Watch him get the good roll now.
It's 14.
All right, you save. So nothing happens, but I tried to. You felt like you were momentarily cold on your lance hand as I tried to frost, which would have given you a disadvantage on your attack. But,
okay.
Nothing happens.
All right. Then we move back to Jan. It's just back and forth.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I guess guiding bolt. No, I'm gonna do ice knife because there's 4 of you. That makes the most sense. I'm gonna
Yes,
ice
it
knife.
does. Yes, it does. That is good. Because even if you hit the wrong one, you will do at least the deflection damage to the right one.
I wanted that to work, but I rolled a natural 1 on the ice knife, so 7 to hit.
That missed.
I thought it was the real one. It went right through.
Yep.
Okay, so that's my last first level spell.
Okay.
But
And
the ice knife explodes.
Does it explode either way?
Yep.
When it, whether it hit or miss, it explodes. So hit the floor then. So dex saving throw.
For each of the clones in you.
Save. For me.
Okay, so I don't know where the other dice went. Oh, maybe I only put 1. It's 2d6. Sorry, I only rolled 1.
Did they all save, Ryan?
One of them didn't.
One of them
but
did. Okay.
They take any damage at all.
Yeah. So one more ghost goes away, or
I rolled it.
Goes away.
I rolled a 2 and a 1. So if they didn't succeed, it's 3 damage. Otherwise, nothing.
Yep. So one of them took 3 damage and went away.
Perfect.
So you still
Okay,
have
that's
2.
That's my turn.
Con save.
I got a con save again?
Yep. Come on, fuzzy dice.
Yeah, no. Fuzzy dice says 4 plus 2 is 6.
Ouch.
It's almost like you like this.
He's smiling. All right, Snooker.
All right. Same game plan. Frostbite. So give me a con save.
This will be the good one.
Yep. Oh, it's behind the window. I can't see it. Nope, it's a natural 1.
Nat 1. All right, cool.
All right.
So, for 3.
Take 1 damage, and I targeted your wrist, so you have disadvantage on your weapon.
Okay. All right.
Anything else you'd like to do, Snooker?
I'm not gonna. No, just.
All right.
That's it.
And we head back to.
All right. I killed 1 of you. Now I just have to kill the other 3. I will cast Ice Knife at 2nd level. Oh my goodness. Another natural 1.
Well, we still need the saves for the clones.
Yeah.
This is like the most.
Me.
The craziest fight.
Save.
It's 5 damage if they don't save.
15.
Save is 14, so yeah.
And then the last one is the last one is 12.
Good. So I killed another one.
There you go. Con save from you, Jan. Frenzy's really got a hold of him.
Oh, it was looking good and then went, it's an 8.
Oh my god. Will the mirror images last long enough?
The answer is likely.
Go ahead.
Snooker.
I am out of spells. I'm out of spell slots.
Well, you got that going for you.
All right.
And that weapon is at disadvantage now.
There's not really anything else I aspire to do, so con save.
It was a 19 for a long time and then rolled to the 3, so 5.
All right. Take all of 5 damage.
You've made 1 con save this entire fight.
I'm getting
You've rolled like
off.
6 of them.
Now I frostbite your elbow. and it hurts a little bit more.
All right.
And I say, wake the fuck up before I stab ya.
All right.
Jan?
Oh, I found a bonus action. All right. I'm swinging that spear then, apparently at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yep.
Well, one of them looks like a 4, and the other one's... Oh, it was a 2 for a long time, but the 4 is the lower one, so 9.
Does not hit.
Does not hit.
All right. I will use the bonus action that I just found. From being a furbolg, I am going to turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so you turn invisible until the start of your next turn. Roll your con save.
It's... You wouldn't believe it. Natural 1.
Probably wouldn't believe it. All right.
Snooky, your furbolg friend went invisible on you. You have no idea where he is. Did you move?
No, I expected that Snooker would expect me to move, so I didn't move.
Okay.
I am going to unarmed strike, I guess, see if I can find him.
So you're going to flail your hand wildly in the space he last was?
Let's do that. Yep.
Make an unarmed strike at disadvantage because he's invisible.
Oh, okay. Well, 10 is lower enough already.
Yeah.
No.
And then,
Nope.
8. So.
Do you say anything? Do anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna swing out my dagger
Okay.
and see if I can pierce him.
Yep.
Find some blood or something. 22 to hit.
Was that at disadvantage?
No.
Because I'm invisible.
Yeah, they'd both be at disadvantage because he's invisible.
That's a good point. 11.
11 does not hit.
So
right.
I'm just swinging like an idiot. All
right.
Jan.
Start of my turn, I reappear coming at you with the spear from the exact same place I was before. Not at disadvantage this time, right?
That goes away
Not
after
at
one attack. Yeah.
18 to hit.
Okay. 18 hits. Just hold on.
Excuse me.
Holding. This is the content everybody stuck around for.
God damn it. Less than 11, so it hits the right knee.
Boo.
All right, here you go. It's only a 2 plus 3 is 5. And I'm pretty much out of check boxes at this point.
All right.
So that's the end of my turn.
Come on. You gotta pass one of these.
The 1 was on top for a while, but it hit over to the 13 plus 2 is 15.
You shake out of it. Come to, you wonder, drawing blood on your friend, you suddenly wonder why am I attacking Snooky? It's my Snooky. Why am I bleeding my Snooky?
Snooky's turn?
Snooky's turn.
All right. She's gonna unarmed strike to slap the taste. 15 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Good.
Okay,
Unarmed strike, 1 point of damage.
Yeah. So strength, right?
It should. Yeah, it's not a roll. It's 1 plus your strength modifier, which is minus
strength
1.
modifier is minus 1.
So it's just a good slap across the face.
Yeah.
Like, whoa! Okay, I'm okay. We're good. What happened?
You started to hack at me like I was a piece of meat, you bitch.
I think we're gonna leave the other gem.
As soon as you say that, you see Snooker look back. Look at him. Like, you fucking crazy? And then look back at the gem. And look at him. And then, yeah, we better leave it.
probably the first time in your life common sense has set in on.
Make a mental note that if I figure out a real slick way to avoid this, I'm going to be back for it.
That is fantastic. You return then from a day's travel to the Belching Dragon in Neverwinter with your loot, and Eliana actually was after the thing that was the adventure. What they were calling for was the sword, the invisible sword, and she gives you 2,000 gold for the Wind Cutter, the invisible legendary sword of Harold the Conqueror.
Awesome. I'll remove that from my inventory, and we can split 1,000.
And that's gonna do it.
Awesome.
You guys have gone on the first TBD jobs adventure, which will be what we do when Norm's gone. I will run an adventure like this for Jeff and Ryan, where I guess we'll have Snooker and Jan doing jobs for Eliana out of Neverwinter, out of the new Belching Dragon expansion that happens somewhere down the line in the future. Awesome. Of course, fully financed by Omen Drawn of Acquisitions Incorporated, and he does take a percentage of everything that is brought in. So,
hey, but we got our own franchise, right?
Yeah. Let's see, how the hell does Norm get us out of these things? Thanks for joining us here on Two Nerds One Quest Extended Edition this morning.
Something about Twitter, something about Patreon.
If you go to our Discord, which I don't know what it is. bit.ly/
Our Fun Discord.
Our Fun Discord, yes. That is I think that's what it is. Watch a different episode here on this Twitch channel. Go to the end of it. Norm does all the stuff really well. But
then you send us over to the show titles.
Yeah, I gotta send us back to the show titles. I know that. So for the missing Norm, that Ryan Kukta, that Jeff Williams, and the awesome adventure we had today, I have been your host and DM, JC. We'll see you next week on Two Nerds One Quest. Hopefully these fools don't die to the Ice Maiden as we get back on our campaign proper. We will talk to you guys later.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. We are back. Voting on some show titles here. If you want to, like I said, were people using the Norm's thing or no? Otherwise, I have oh, were they? Okay, cool.
You have 1 billion show titles.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up over here, and we can. Did it get cleared or?
Yeah. It was clear.
Awesome. Cool. Let's see. Let me read these bad boys off if I can figure out how to operate my web browser here. Bookmarks and D&D and Showbot. So the Showbot. The titles for today: Shattered Swords, Glowy Pants, Mimicking a Dumbass, Burning Down the Boat, Evil Maz and Chewbacca, Standing on the Crowbar, Not a Euphemism, Tripping the Button in the Skull's Mouth, Take the Book, Leave the Cannoli, Cow Burglar, Ghost Juice. Yikes. I'm reading these for the first time, people. This is great.
From the chat.
Hashtag Bonesplosion. And Two Trailer Park Adventurers Go Round the Outside. As much as I like that one and caught that reference in the moment, we did that a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah.
Still funny though.
Make it. I am partial to this one, so I'm just going there because
I clicked mine.
That will be.
Let's do it. I think that's.
I think that's just on many levels. Before it was even mentioned, Bone Explosion. That was a thing that was happening. So, we'll call that the title. #Bone Explosion, and that will do us. We will get out of here. I hope you all have a good Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the extended content today, and we will see you next weekend. Peace.
Thanks.